Hello, my friends. I am Stamp with Teah. Welcome. I am Teah Woodward. I am located in the Vancouver, Washington area, and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin Up. And normally on Thursday evenings, I put on a mystery stamping for everybody. And tonight, we're not going to mystery stamp. Tonight, I am going to show you some of the products that I've received that are in the new annual catalog. And this catalog doesn't go live until May 3rd. But I'll tell you, there's a reason I want to show you some things early. I want you to be able to think about what of the items that I'm showing you might go well with what you've already got. And I'm going to show you a couple of tips and tricks that you might be able to use with things that you've already got. So, so that's what we're doing tonight. I know that we have some people joining us. They just told me that they were going to be joining, so I am going to stall for a couple of minutes until we get some of those people on here. So a couple of things that we've got going on. Here's the catalog that is still active until it retires on May 3rd. This catalog has a last chance list that is available at stampinup.com. And I understand that several of the stamp sets have already sold out. They are while supplies last. So you're going to go to stampinup.com. You're going to go to sales and specials. And in that drop-down menu, you will see a tab that says Last Chance List. And that's where you will find the items that have been retired. And many items are available at up to a 50% discount. Not everything, but many things. So that we have going on right now. I just got through telling you about this catalog that's going to go live May 3rd. And this catalog that is retiring on May 3rd. In the middle of all of that, we have this catalog, the mini catalog, that is good through the end of June. Okay, so this has all kinds of goodies in it. This I normally is what I pulled my mystery stamping from, or the demonstrations that I do on Mondays at 1 o'clock. I should have looked that up so that I could tell you. I'm looking to see if my calendar is nearby. It is. I might be able to, oh, I think I'm doing ranunculus on Monday. It's one of the only things I didn't prepare ahead of time here. Oh, nope, on the horizon. I'm going to be showing you some stuff with on the whole On the Horizon bundle. I'm kind of excited about that too. I really, really love it. Yes, ranunculus are not until the 25th. Crane of Fortune will be on the 18th. So those are my Monday at 1 o'clock Facebook Lives. The other thing I need to mention is this catalog. I've received my cases of catalogs. They arrived today. And so now I'm putting together packages to send out for a catalog launch party. Hi. Oh, hi, Carol. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So, as you can see, I've got all these little tabs across the top, and these are, yes, you got your case too? Yeah, we go through a lot of these catalogs. These are the projects that I'm planning already. And many of these items that I've got tabbed here, I actually already received in my pre-order, which I can't wait to show you. I want to do a disclaimer ahead of time because I might forget to say something while I'm showing. I will be opening a catalog today and showing you this color list. This is the old catalog. I don't want anybody that's a demonstrator going, oh, she's breaking the rules. I'm not allowed to open to crack this catalog until May 3rd. I can show you product. I can't show you pictures out of the catalog, but I can show you out of that catalog, and I'm just going to share with you some color family information. So I'm going to put these two items away. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is, as I'm going through and showing you product, if you have a question, you want me to stamp something or show a tip or something like that, please let me know. I have all of my supplies right here by my side, and I've got some scraps of paper down here at my feet, so I could pull together something like that fairly quickly. And that's kind of what this, I think, needs to be about. Not just showing you the product that I've got that I'm so excited about, because I am super excited about it, but also why I'm excited about it. I want to share that with you. All right. So there's two of you on here. Tell me, do you want me to start with in colors or do you want me to start with sweets? You choose. I've got it all laid out here. It's all staged off to one side. Let me know. What do you want? Sweets. You got it. Here we go. I am going to turn the camera down. Ooh, that's tight. What did I do different there? Ooh. All right. So I'm going to start off by, oops, sorry. I'm going to do my best not to hit that camera too many times. I'm going to start off with this Hues of Happiness collection. And in this suite, there's a stamp set, there's a set of dies, and there's a designer series paper. So I'm actually going to, start off by showing you the blossoms, the greenery. Look at this beautiful font. And I like how they've mixed like a sans serif in with a script. Oh, thank you. That helps so much, Kathy. And I love this one too. You know, Carol, at first I didn't. And then I did. So this is actually one piece of paper, and you can see it goes from one set of colors into another set of colors. And I wasn't super excited about that. And then there's another piece of paper that does the same thing. Well, I am now starting to see that you could cut like a piece this way and put it down the side of your card and maybe get a really nice, I don't know, ombre effect or something like that. Or you can turn it this way and just cut one color and have that going down the side. Or I've got things to show you that I think you're going to get excited about. I'm going to show you all of the designs first. And then I'm going to flip these over. So you had the florals on one side. Look at, this is like probably my favorite color combination out of everything that I've got over here on the table. I don't know, maybe not, but I love this color combination. Funny story. I used to manage fabric stores, and this, Kathy, this paper is part of the Happiness, Hues of Happiness, I believe it's called. Yeah, Hues of Happiness, and that's also the name of this paper. And I'm going to show you a trick with this paper too. Anyway, I was a manager of a fabric store, and I wanted to arrange all my satins with the pinks and yellows next to each other, and my employees didn't think that they should go that way, and I had to prove to them that it was going to work beautifully. Anyway, so when I see this, that was the first thing that came to my mind. Isn't that beautiful? And a little flower, and you may have noticed there were some little flowers in here. and some little chicken scratch that's in a rainbow pattern. I don't see anything like that on here. And then these. Now, let me show you what I discovered this afternoon. These dies actually cut out some of these flowers. And I know that that's a really popular... Hi, Trisha. I love purple too. I guess I better take a look here, see what I'm missing out on. Nope, not too much yet. Okay, so for instance, it might take me a second to lay it out just right, but here this, whoops, flip it over. This will cut out this flower. So you don't even have to stamp it. You can cut that out. This one took me a hot second earlier to get in the right direction. There we go. So you see that? Can you explain that larger die? This one? Or this one? I'm guessing you meant this one. I actually haven't cut anything out with it yet, but I'd be glad to do that so that we can take a look at it. What it looks like to me is it looks like something that we would use as a side element or like a half an element, maybe out of a corner or something like that. And it looks like there's little hearts in, well, they're probably leaves, but they look like little hearts. Nabbit, there's a fruit fly in here. I have no idea how that happened. Oh, first warm day of the year, right? Would you like me to run it through a machine so you can see it? It looks like it's going to have a lot of little dots and stuff. Yeah, I don't know until I play with it. I didn't understand a lot about this particular set. And there's some other dies on here too. This one actually looks like it's one of those that would, it reminds me of a 3-ring binder, not a 3-ring binder, but a spiral binder. See those, it's got the little lines and the dots. And then this one reminds me of, again, like a spiral binder. And I wondered if these were going to be something that people would use for journals. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. You let me know if you want me to run that through the die, and I'd be glad to do that. So then, let's see, we've got some other, let's see, there was this one. There's the flower there. There's a little dinky stem coming off of that one, and that's how you identify that one. Okay, yes, I will do that. And then this die, see if I can find it away from one of the other ones that I've placed. This goes here. So you get the idea. There's this 2-leaf. That's this one here. I don't know what this one is yet. I'm gonna guess it's that right there. And I think these are cutting out stamps. And then I believe that this also cuts out these images here. So it cuts out your paper and it cuts out your flowers here. Let me grab the cut and emboss machine real quick and we will take a look at what this puppy looks like. And then the other thing that comes in this collection are these dots. I don't have these set up on magnets yet, but I will probably by the end of the weekend, because with this back injury I'm not doing a whole heck of a lot else. Okay, set this aside and set this aside. The name of this paper is the Hues of Happiness. It's 12 by 12. There's 2 of each design and they're double-sided sheets. They have a nice weight to them, I've got to say. there's a whole bunch of colors in here. I'm not going to read them all to you, but there's a whole bunch of colors in here. Okay. We're gonna do this with the mini. Set that there, set that there. And I'm just grabbing a random scrap. I'm not pulling anything specific, except that it needs to fit through the machine. That one looks like it'll work. Right. So, oh, this one cuts out a background, but it doesn't cut out like the shape of a wreath. It just cuts out the design. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Carol, I'm so glad you asked. This is a Stampin' Up product, by the way, to help get all the little bits and pieces out of here. I'm just going to make a mess. That's okay, though. That's what we craft for, right? Oh, and look at that. Not all of them actually pop out. So, see if I can get this close enough for you to see. Let me get another color behind it so you don't have all these. There we go. So the leaf shapes cut out. Then there are these other little leaf shapes that are not all the way, the die doesn't go all the way around. And I wonder, I'm going to try something with my take my pick tool. I have no idea if this is what it's supposed to do or not, but I'm going to just push those up because there is another die that does this on purpose. Do you see that fruit fly? He likes my hand. What a little, I got him. I got him. Woo-hoo. There we go. Can you see that? I've just kind of folded these up a little bit. I would say a person could if they wanted to, or not if they didn't. I don't know if it, on my side it looks like it's in, you're right, Kathy, that is Mambo. Melon Mambo. Oh, look at you. Thank you. You're a doll. I appreciate that. I figured if I listed all of the colors on the ones that had lots of colors, we'd be here all night, but because I do have some others that I will definitely list the colors on. Anyway, so I'm guessing that you are going to want to do that as a, like a little focal point, or a little, you're going to do a contrast color behind it. Well, I would say that that needs some more exploring for sure. Now let me clean up my mess. Put this back in the dies. We love being messy crafting, don't we? And I am going to sweep this up so I don't get this in my new, in all these new packets that I'm going to show you. Oh, I don't have my little vacuum out here that my friend Kathy gave me. My desktop vacuum. Well, we wouldn't want to watch me do that on camera anyway. All right, let's put this out of the way. So that was Hues of Happiness. And I'm going to actually keep that in here so I don't forget. There we are. Okay. Put that back in here. Make sure I don't lose any of my dies. So what do you think? That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I thought that was, and I think these are kind of pretty flowers. They kind of look like they're painted. And the paper almost looks like it's got a little texture to it. So there's 2 sheets of those. No, 4 sheets. So there's 2 sheets of this and 2 sheets of that. So you're going to get a lot of flowers cut out with those dies, if that's how you choose to use it. Okay. Next. And again, there's 15 stamps in this stamp set. Sending many thanks for all you do. Wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. You are wonderful in every way. I'm kind of sold on this set. Okay, another suite. Let's do it. Actually, I'm gonna flip over to a designer series paper real quick. It's kind of a one-off. It doesn't have a collection that goes with it, but I think it's absolutely beautiful, and it happens to be how I've got my table laid out. So the name of this designer series paper is Perfectly Penciled, and I'm going to pull it up, and hopefully you can see that. And it actually looks like they've gone in and shaded with just a little bit of gray, but these are beautiful pencil drawings. Look at these butterflies. Look at the details in these flowers. So this has got a really beautiful, elegant look to it. You can color these or you can leave them black and white. Look at those leaves. This is sweet. This is a sweet paper right there. I love the look of that flower. And then there's more because we flip over our designs. That reminds me of a quilter's circle, or what is that, the wedding ring? So these papers will be available for an entire year. And I think these are a wonderful staple. Gorgeous, right? These are 12 by 12. There are 2 of each design and 12 sheets of paper. So that's that. Okay, next, another suite. And now I get to show you the one that I am the most excited about. This is called Cup of Tea. And it is fun. It is so much fun. So here are stamps. I've got so many ideas. I mean, like, my head just is crazy of all the different ideas that I've come up with for this. And if you're a customer of mine, you can look forward to our tea party of a catalog launch party. So that's what we're going to be doing. There's 20 stamps in here. See all these little stamps? The sweet, I miss you, I just can't thank you enough, to and from, it's time for tea, enjoy. There is this outline of a tag, but then there's actually 3 tags in the dies. So look at this. How cute. So there's a tag, there's a tag, there's a tag. And just use a little piece of twine. Look at that little lemon wedge. I'm not sure what those are. They're this little fleur-de-lis kind of design here. Do you see this die here? That cuts out. This is all one stamp. These 5 images right there. That's all one stamp. We've got hearts. It's cuteness overload. Then we've got these designer series papers. These are 6 by 6. There's 48 sheets in the stack. There's 4 of each design. So I'll show you this side. And these are using all of the new in colors. Look at how pretty that is. That one's kind of a one-off, but maybe the other side is more forgiving. This is pretty too. This is sweet. Then, and the name of this designer series paper is Teah Boutique. And I am going to take off this sweater. I had a little medical procedure yesterday, and one of the side effects are these hot flashes. I mean, and when I say flash, they come on like so fast. I am a sucker for a red polka dot, and actually it's a little dinky flower, but I love it. I think it's so pretty. There's like a trefoil in there, a big polka dot. I love stripes. So there is that. Then there's more. In this collection, there is also note cards and matching envelopes. So here are the note cards and matching envelope. So these are you can just stamp on the front of these and send them off, or you can do cutouts and pile them on, or there's all different kinds of things you can do here. There are 4 each of these cards and envelopes in a pack. I think these are going to be a hit. All right, let's put that away. I have so many ideas for this. I am so excited. So you could stamp and cut out a teacup, and then you can stamp and cut out this foliage coming out of the top of the teacup, and then you've got flowers that you can put all over it or not. Oh, just so many things. So many things. Trying to put these in so I don't lose anything. I have so much product here. Not too much to show you in a decent amount of time, but all right, the next thing I'm going to show you is the sun prints. And I think the paper is really the showstopper. So I'm going to start with that. This paper is called Sun Prints. It's 12 by 12. The colors in the paper I'm about to show you are Gray Granite, Night of Navy, Pacific Point, and Stormy Sky. Stormy Sky is one of our new in colors. And then you see this other designer series paper I have off to the side here. This is a standalone designer series paper that's in the back of the catalog that is meant to coordinate with this collection. So I will be showing that to you as well. Get this all opened up and ready to go. All right, our showstopper paper. Is that light too bright? It's kind of messing up the... There's a slight sheen on here, and I didn't realize that until just now. So I think these kind of look like sunspots. I don't know, there's a little bit of foliage in there too. And those look like wishes, don't they? Like the wishes from when I was a kid. You see those fern? crystals. Ah. And then flip it over. Has anyone ever played with sun prints? How you create a print out in the sun using it's a chemical. I've done it. It was fun. I love this. And I realize that's kind of counterintuitive too. This is a nice neutral side to these prints. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you the other designer series paper. So with this first one that I showed you, there are 12 sheets of paper, 2 of each design. Then this one is called Pretty Prints. And there's several colors in here as well. I am going to go ahead and list them off. Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Evening Evergreen, Gorgeous Grape, Petal Pink, Rich Razzleberry, Shaded Spruce, Soft Seafoam, Soft Succulent, and Sweet Sorbet. Sweet Sorbet is one of our new colors as well. And it's funny, I don't remember all those colors. Oh, it must be in the print portion. So these are all this, let's see, how do I say this? Each colorway has 3 different sets of prints. But they look completely different as you go from color to color. So I'm going to show them all to you. So this is one of the prints that we saw in that first pack. This one seems to have like some little seeds or something flying around on it. This is probably one of my favorites. And then look at how different that looks in the Rich Razzleberry. Or Blackberry Bliss, I guess they're calling it. I imagine that brighter color back in there is the Rich Razzleberry. And look at that. Again, it just looks so different when you change color. And then the Evening Evergreen. And then let me flip these over, and I'll just show you one of the colors in the flipped over side. So kind of this spattery look. Clouds maybe? And then look at that. Gorgeous. And then we have those same prints in all of these. So if you are interested in this and don't want to limit yourself to just the blues, this separate pack is in the back of the catalog under Pretty Prints, 12 by 12. And this is an extra heavy paper, I might add. Can you hear that? It's a heavier paper. They don't call it specialty though. So then with all of that, there is excuse my cough, there is a stamp set. There's a set of dies, which I will open up in just a moment. And then there is a 3D embossing folder, and you'll notice mine's already a little bit dirty. Because one of the tips that I wanted to show you tonight is, so this is it's a fern pattern. So here I've used it with just the straight fern and paper, or just the embossing folder and paper. Beautiful on both sides. Here I applied ink to the inside of the embossing folder on the front side. And the front side would be the side that has the Stampin' Up logo on it. So that really makes these ferns pop, don't you think? I used garden green on garden green. And then here is the reverse effect. So on this one, I implied, oh, do you? You like this one? I'm guessing. And then this one I applied the ink to the back side just to see what the effect would be. And so this one, it was pressing it down. You don't get as fine of a detail. You do get fine detail, but you also get messy detail. Whereas this one, the detail pops quite a bit more. But I just wanted you to see what your options were with this sort of a folder. I had heard that people had some mixed thoughts about it when they saw it in the catalog, and I thought I would show you just exactly what you could do with this folder. So mine's already quite dirty, but that's okay. That's why we do what we do, right? All right. Is that what you loved, Carol? Was that embossing folder? So here are our dies. I don't have any reason to believe that these cut out anything out of these papers. I think this is a bit organic for that to happen, but they obviously line up with these stamps really well. So there's that fern piece. Nothing for the spatters. And then there is this wreath, but it's a wreath of just greenery. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm glad that you like that. Just greenery, no flowers. And I personally see me using this label die quite a bit. Now look at the fonts here. A heartfelt thank you. Best wishes and happy thoughts. You're on my mind. Look at this beautiful, beautiful font. I don't know. I'm in love with this suite. So I wanted you to see all of that. Then, and I personally am picturing like the linen thread or something like that being used with this suite. I'm not necessarily, I could be wrong. At the moment, I'm not picturing any ribbons that I would use with this, but I definitely picture something more earthy, like the linen thread. And just set these in here so I don't lose those, because you know I'll refer to them again at another time. Let's see, the next suite that I have is called He's All That. Oh yeah, the crinkle white. Yes, absolutely, Carol. That's an excellent idea. Yes, which, yeah, I use that one a lot. I'm surprised I didn't think of it already. I didn't take this out of this because I had the name of it on the outer wrap instead of in a separate insert. The paper is called He's the Man. It's 12 by 12. It is a specialty designer series paper, and I'll show you why. So, our stamp set has some barbecue influence. It has an adventure or compass influence. It has maybe some adventuring kind of, see the surfboard on top of the camper van. It's got some classic car. To the man who does everything. Hello, handsome. Love this guy. Yes, that's the barbecue one, the cows and pigs. Wishing you a happy Father's Day. And then there's just a couple of other elements here. And I will get to the paper, I promise. I promise. Because there's some really cool stuff in here. But I want to show you these dies. So with the old catalog, we had some dies in there that I used all of the time that retired. They were in good taste. And I was devastated when they retired. But I've got to say, I like these new label dies in here, and I picture myself using these. I like this one with the rounded corners. I like the corner details on this one. This one creates, you know, kind of a banner flag, and you'll see an influence in there. And I don't know what I'm doing with this yet, but I'll figure it out. So there is that. Now let's take a look at this paper. Oh, I wanted to read the colors to you. Basic black, Cajun craze, crushed curry, early espresso, Sahara sand, and soft succulent. This paper also has a really nice thick hand feel. What about the double dye? Double dye. Oh, you mean like it cutting out a background like that first one that we looked at? Is that what you mean? Or this one here? I think this just cuts out two ends at, yeah, well, yeah, you could be totally right. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of a lag with Facebook Live, and so sometimes I don't catch the comment until after I've already moved on. My apologies. I'm going to lay it just like this, and I think you can see it. And you let me know what you want me to point out, and if you want me to cut something with it. Okay, so here are the papers. So this obviously has that barbecue influence on it. You see some of the barbecue utensils, pigs, cows, barbecue sauce. This one is a little bit more dapper. See, we've got the glasses, the, oh my gosh, what are those called? Wingtips, bow ties, neckties. The one inside the rounded corner die. This one. Well, I wonder, you know what, we're seeing something right here. Do you see this like award ribbon kind of thing going on here? I wonder, I don't know. I could be wrong. It looks like it cuts out two separate sides. So then you would have two separate pieces and they could come off like that. You let me know. If you want me to run that through the cut and emboss machine, I'd be glad to do it. I would be glad to do it. So there's this one that's a little bit more dapper. Then we've got, look at the classic cars and motorcycles on here. And can you see this like water imprint in the background? It's wheels. It looks like there's something else in here too. I can't quite tell what it is. And then I see some stars. Oh, okay. All right. Then we have what looks like an argyle that's not really colorful. And the next page is why it's a specialty paper. This page, these are all pop-outs. See that? So, matter of fact, oh, let me grab this. There we go. So these pop out. You don't even have to die cut them or anything. And I'm going to pull this one out so that you can see there's not even, you know how a lot of times when we die cut something you end up with the white halo? These don't even have the halo. Looks like the van might. So there's 2 sheets of these in there. I need a sip of water. So I can't tell if those are golf tees or if they're nails. It says nice work. See this banner flag here? I'm picturing these, and I don't know. I could be completely wrong because it looks like we would be missing a piece. Well, these would be nice coming off the ends of this, wouldn't it? So anyway, there's lots and lots of options here, but this I think is what makes it a specialty paper. And then there was one more. So this is the only one that's not double-sided. The others are all double-sided. Look at this camping. Look at this sweet little camper here. Tent, campfire. So the ones that are double-sided, let me turn those over for you. It looks like I'm breaking off a piece right there. So this one is a black and it looks like early espresso plaid. So some nice neutrals here. I picture myself using these. I've got some really awesome son-in-laws, not to mention my husband, that I would love to make some cards for. And this will suit the bill. I've got a couple of son-in-laws that are grand barbecuers and adventurers. Oh, and then these rustic metallic adhesive back dots. They're just one color. They look, you know, like an antiqued brass. So that is that collection. What do you think of that? It's kind of nice to have those kind of fun cutouts in there. Let's see. So that's that. Getting everything put back away. This is going to be interesting for me to play with and figure out how exactly that works. Then from there, that's all the suites that I have. Now I'll move on to the bundles. So this one is called Sending Smiles. It has 22 stamps in it. Smiles across the miles. All the good luck your way. So there's a big word of sending. Actually, this is going to make more sense if I open up the dies. All right. So these are backwards, of course. Let's see, let me do this. Yeah, I like this one a lot. So can you see the word sending there? That's the outline or the halo effect. Then here is a detail die that has the scrolly word sending. So you can see how slender this is. I would definitely recommend using your adhesive back sheets when you cut this out. So you would pick out whatever color of cardstock you wanted. You would apply a piece of your adhesive sheet to the back. Do not pull off the final sheet. Run this through the cut and emboss machine on your cardstock side, and that effectively turns this into a sticker. And then you would stick it to the halo portion. The other way to use this is there is a stamp that says sending, and that also fits perfectly in your halo here. And what I would do is I would stamp this, then I would lay my die over the top, and I use Post-it tape to hold my die in place. So that way I can get it nice and lined up and then run it through your cut and emboss machine. That's how I would do it. I imagine there are several different ways of doing it, but that would be my recommendation. All right, so you can, when you go to make your card, you could use the word sending smiles across the miles. Sending all good luck your way. Sending sunshine to brighten your day. There's love and big hugs, personal favorite of mine. Birthday wishes, a note of thanks, a card to say hello, comfort and strength. Notice these two dies right here. These are perfect for cutting out these sentiments. And then we've got your bits and pieces to build a flower. So you've got greenery, you've got stems, you've got flowers, you've got flower centers, different dimensions of flowers. So I think this is a super, super sweet set, and I'm really glad it's in a catalog that lasts a year. I would see this one maybe even lasting longer, but don't hold me to it, because I don't get to make that decision. Thank you for joining, Tricia. Really appreciate it. Have a great night. Okay, the next bundle I'm going to show you is Wisteria Wishes. And this one is kind of fun. This one is, I should have been telling you which of these stamps were red rubber and which ones were photopolymer. My mistake. This one is photopolymer. I think actually everything I've shown you so far is photopolymer. I'm doing a quick, oh, okay, the Nature's Prints, this one is red rubber. And everything else that I've shown you so far is photopolymer. So here is the Wisteria Wishes. And you might think, well, that's kind of limiting. And actually it's not. So what they've done is they've made this so that you could actually use these blossoms to hang or apply, see these stems with leaves here? You can apply these as flowers going up. So I'm thinking like a lupin or something like that. Look at these sentiments. Faith is about trusting. Happiness grows within. To a friend who's all kinds of wonderful. Hang in there. I don't know how I feel about this one. Even when you don't understand. Oh, hang in there even when you don't understand. Okay, well, maybe. That goes with the faith is about trusting. I love this stamp set. Let me show you the dies. And I really love these fonts. And when I show you the new in colors, your mind is just going to be blown because you can totally picture two of the new in colors being used on here. And then look at those. So these cut out everything that we see here. It also gives us a detailed die for like a woven branch. War. Hi, Andy. I don't know what you mean by war. And then there is another detail die here for a branch and some leaves. So I think this will be a lovely, lovely stamp. Oh, and I know what else I wanted to tell you. I actually saw a sample in the catalog watching. Oh, after birthday dinner with Carol. Oh, awesome. See these flowers right here? Don't those look a little bit like a watercolor Christmas tree? There's a sample, an illustration in the catalog. Okay, I get it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you out on that. I was that would be a butt dial for me. Doesn't this look like a watercolor Christmas tree? So there's a sample in the catalog that shows that. Brilliant idea. So we've got the wisteria that hangs down, flowers that point up, or turn that into Christmas trees. And this beautiful faith is about trusting. And I don't know about all of you, but I feel like we are in need of a daily reminder of that right now. Okay. Next. Botanical Layers. So this one just really intrigued me. See this beautiful stamp set? Look at all this very fluid looking greenery. Let's see, I'm going to try to see this through the... This kind of looks a little bit like a Queen Anne's lace, except it looks smaller. You mean the world to me. Thank you for everything. Thinking of you. And then it comes with, this is a bundle. So normally a bundle is stamps and dies or stamps and a punch. And in this case, it's stamps and these vellum layers. These are called lovely layers. They're 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches vellum. And I'm looking, there's 60 pieces in here, but they're not all printed. So just that many are printed, and then the rest of these are pre-cut blanks. And you know you can stamp and heat emboss on these, right? Yes, if you didn't know, you know now. So I can count how many there are. Look at that beautiful. So you could literally put that on the front of a card and stamp your sentiment in the middle, maybe add some twine or something and be done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it looks like there's going to be 5 of each design. Then there's this dotted frame. This is lovely. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I just think that's beautiful. And then this kind of, it's not a circle, it's kind of an oval, kind of a messy circle. So I can't wait to play with those. I don't have a very specific idea of what I'm going to do with them yet, but I was very intrigued by them. Okay, now I'm going to show you some standalone stamp sets and a standalone die, and then I'll move on to the in colors and and then I'm going to actually stamp. I'm not going to create cards, but I've got a piece of white paper and I have one stamp that I'm going to use to stamp each of the colors. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you are these stylish shape dies. We used to have some stitched shape dies, and they were retired more than a year ago. These are beautiful. So the other ones only had a single stitch around the edge. These are double stitched. So what that means is, and I'm going to see if I can get this close enough for you to see. So when you die cut it, the piece that cuts away has a stitch line, and the piece that's left behind also has a stitch line, which gives you dual purpose for these. What do you think? Pretty cool? And now we have our squares and circles back. So we still have our layering circles that have no stitch lines and have the scallops around the edge. But now we also have the stitch and the stitched squares and these stitched banners. So that is exciting, very exciting to me. I felt like we were very much missing something along those lines. For my personal purposes anyway. I'm going to save that. Then, so that's a standalone. This is like something you put in your toolbox. This is something that you're going to use with lots and lots and lots of different sets. Then we have this new Dots and Spots. Sorry, just realized that my blinds were still open. It's getting dark out and there were actually some people standing outside my window looking in. It's like, well, I don't need that. Okay, so last year this plate was introduced, and this was the stitched Greenery die plate. And I love this. I love having a solid backdrop die plate. Okay, this dots and Spots, this is what it looks like. Pretty cool. And I had the idea while I was die cutting this for you, if you were to put adhesive sheet on the back of this, then all of those dots that fall out, you could easily use those then to apply on a design. Or if you needed to not use the adhesive sheet and run this through, then you could create your own confetti to put in a shaker card. So there's some versatility to this. See that nice black popping through? I like this. This has got a nice big hole to it, making it, I know I use the word versatile a lot, sorry. Okay, so now we have, and there's actually, I know that there's more bigger plates coming like this in the new catalog. They just weren't available in my pre-order. Put that away. So then I have, again, another standalone. This one does not have any dies that goes with it. This is Uniquely Artistic. And at first, this is like not hugely inspiring, but I did just a little bit of stamping and fussy cutting, and I think these turned out really beautiful. And so this kind of got me excited to create with this. I think this is a, I just wanted to say hyacinth, but I don't think that's the right word. It'll come to me. Tropical flower, starts with an H. Oh, not a hydrangea, not a, Anyway, going to use that Spots and Dots to make cheese background from, oh yeah, that'd be perfect. Absolutely perfect, Andy. Anyway, aren't those pretty? I mean, I think that makes a really nice hibiscus. Thank you. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Now, there are these other stamps where you can do, I call it squishy, because it actually squishes outside beyond the perimeter of your die here, or of your, not your die, your stamp here, your detail stamp. But this is intended to create a watery color look, I guess. Anyway, but yeah, there's 13 stamps in here. Just wanted to show you that. Then there's this, and you see this piece of tape? There's a reason that I've got this piece of tape on here. So this limited edition is something that you would use, you're sending something that says a paper hug from me, or hand stamped. You want somebody to know it's hand stamped. Well, part of our angel policy as part of Stampin' Up, we can't sell anything, any pre-made cards that we sell needs to have something on there that says Stampin' Up. And so this is the stamp set that has all of these possible stamps. I'm sorry. Oh, silly me. But the reason I've got this piece of paper on here is I wanted to show you that what you can do So for instance, this stamp here, which is this one that says limited edition, right here it says Stampin' Up. You can, before you ink it up, put your Post-it tape or Scotch tape or some other over the Stampin' Up, ink up your stamp, peel this off, and then stamp your image. Okay, that's one of the ways to do it. Or you could use your Stampin' markers to color in your image. Just don't add any ink here, and then stamp your image. So yes, this does say Stampin' Up all over it, but that doesn't mean that you can't use the rest of it in a separate manner. So, I mean, who doesn't want to send a card that says made with love or just for you? I don't know. I think this is nice and has all kinds of possibilities. See, I didn't use the word versatile. All right. So next, I'm going to show you this stamp. And then this is the stamp set that I'm actually going to use to stamp the in colors for you. So this is actually a host reward that if you host a party and your sales are over $300, then you can get one of these stamp sets for whatever the sale price is. That's it's a special price. Heck no. Heck no, not spend $300, or heck no, you don't like this stamp set. So this is the stamp that I'm going to use to stamp the in colors today. And let's get to it. So see, we've got 3 different armchairs. 2 of them have cats. 1 of them has a puppy. Not your favorite? Okay, I'm sorry. If I didn't already have it set up to do my stamping, then I would switch. So I'm going to bring over all different kinds of in color stuff to share with you. Oh, I guess before I bring over the new in colors, here are the old in colors, but these are the new gems for the year. So these are the 2021 through 2023 in colors. And my brain just went back. Pale papaya, fresh freesia, polished pink, soft succulent, and evening evergreen. So we have 5 in colors that come in and they stay for 2 years. These are the colors that came in last year. Thank you, Carol. Kisses. These are the colors that came in last year. Last year, these colors were represented in a different type of gem. This year, this is the color, or the gems that will be featuring these colors. And I actually think these are going to be more versatile than last year's. I'm sorry, there's that word again. Okay, here are this year's new in colors. We've got Tahitian Tide, Orchid Oasis, Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, and Starry Night. These are the new in colors for the next 2 years. I'm going to show you, so this is the regular cardstock. Here is, and I knew I was going to forget the name of it, that's why these are the 2022 through 2024 in color glimmer paper. So there is that. Notice the ombre effect. See, it goes from dark to light. Then we have, I'm just going to keep building this out for you. So we have our ink pads. Then we've got, these are the new ribbons, and I've tied bows with these. These are metallic, and normally metallic does not tie a wonderful bow. These tie a wonderful bow. So I'll show you how soft those are. See, there's no little pointy anything on them. They're very soft and sweet. The colors are, whoops, I just untied that one. The colors are a bit more saturated than the cardstock is. There's nothing necessarily, I'm not going to take the time to retie that right now just because I've got you all live. Here are our new Stampin' Right markers. Here are the new blender pens. See if I get this right. I mean, like, we have a full-on selection of everything here. Now, what I don't have here is there is a new packet of baker's twine that's white mixed with each one of these colors. So there's one spool that's white mixed with Starry Night, one spool that's white mixed with Parakeet Party, etc. Those were not available at the time that I placed my order, but I did place an order for those today. So you will see those in an upcoming video. As I continue to receive more things, I will share more with you. These, I'm opening these. These are the in color, these are the 2022 through 2024 in color matte decorative dots, but in the package you can't see the sweet sorbet. So there we go. So there are your in color dots, and quite frankly, I like them. They've got a soft satiny feel to them, not a shiny, it's very soft and almost powdery feel. Okay, so that is all of that. The last thing that I am going to do is I am going to stamp using each of these colors on the same piece of paper, just so that you can see what that looks like. So let me get this out of the way. I haven't gone too far over time. I try to stay at about an hour. All right. Somewhere I had a white piece of paper. There it is. And my mat. And my block. Now, I have not stamped anything out of any of these ink pads yet, so I expect them to be fairly juicy. So first up is Starry Night. Let me try this way, where I'm going to lay this down and kiss my stamp pad to it. Yeah, it looks like I'm getting a little better coverage now. So there is Starry Night. I am loving what you have shown us. That's awesome. I'm so glad. And I'm going to close each. I haven't put my markers on these yet. My markers being that you can pull off your sticker and put it on the end of your stamp case. I haven't done that yet. So let me clean my stamp in between each one of these. Last thing I want to do is mess up my brand new. Ooh, looks like I got ink all over my hands. Parakeet Party is next. Ooh, that's not a good impression. You know, I could tell that it was a bit more juicy than the last pad. I'm going to try one more time here. A little bit better. The pads are really juicy. They're brand new. I would play around with that. I could apply my ink with the blending brush, or I could apply my ink with a dauber. I could try a stamp off. Lots of things that I could do to try to make that better. Sweet Sorbet. Kind of cute. Or maybe not cute, but good colors. I think it's cute, but... Kathy, I saw your comment about double stamp, but I think I missed out on what that was in reference to. If it was important to you, let me know and I'd be glad to address it. Whew. Okay, this one looks like it might be really juicy. Again, brand new ink pads. Now that almost looks like the same. Oh no, you can see the red in it in comparison. Yes, really juicy. Really juicy. Let me reapply that ink this way. That might be a little bit better. Yep, that one was way better. Well, still juicy. See all the little dots in here? There should not be those dots in there. It's because there's so much ink on here. Again, this was just to show you the new colors, not to actually do a stamping demonstration. I just thought it would be fun to take one of the new stamps and show you the new colors. I'm going to try to grab another little piece of paper here. Got my scraps down here, so I'm not even cutting new paper. It's gonna be, this one's juicy too. I love that Tahitian Tide. So there's your new in colors. Again, we have Starry Night, Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis, and Tahitian Tide. And that's everything that I have for that so far. Now with everything that I've just shown you, I've shown you everything that's new that I have. Okay, sorry I didn't ask sooner. I had to scroll back to see. My apologies, dear. Is there anything that you want to see more in depth? Do you need me to stamp an image or do a die cut? Is there anything else that you want to see? I've just shown you an awful lot of things. And for that matter, if anyone's interested, I can do another demonstration at another time. I don't have to go over all of the products again, but we can focus on something, anything that anybody has a question about. I would be glad to do an in-depth demonstration. Especially when it comes to things like this that I was showing you earlier. I would love to show somebody, you got to run? Okay, it was fabulous. Thank you for stopping by, Kathy. I really appreciate it. Would be really glad to show, you know, how to put together, well, obviously I'm going to do demonstrations on putting together cards for all of the suites that I showed tonight. But if there's anything anybody wants more of, let me know. Otherwise, thank you for stopping by. You all mean the world to me. You are my people. and I really appreciate having you all to have contact with me every week. You mean the world to me. I love your example of the embossing that you showed. Thank you, Carol. I'm glad that you like that. I've been watching other people's unboxings and stuff, and I wanted to find a slightly different way to share what I see in the catalog and how I would expect to use it. Oh, the other thing that I meant to tell everybody was, so these are our color families. We have brights, neutrals, regals, subtles, and then our basics. And then these were the two in colors, 2 sets of in colors for the last year. These new in colors, they would definitely all sit in this brights section. So when it comes to planning your projects, kind of keep that in mind. Now, that doesn't mean that these wouldn't pair beautifully, and I actually meant to do that, but I'm not going to now. Like this Night of Navy, I had it pulled out earlier, and it looked beautiful with all of these. The other thing I can tell you, where did it go? I had a, oh, if you all could see my room right now with everything thrown about. Oh, hold on, here it is. So Stampin' Up puts out what they call a color coach. And so the new in colors, this is the preliminary color coach that they came up with to pair with these colors. So these are the new colors and then our pre-existing colors and how they see things being mixed and matched. So Parakeet Party, Pool Party, Night of Navy, Parakeet Garden Green, Pumpkin Pie, Parakeet Coastal Cabana, Poppy Parade. Now this might look kind of messy to some people if you look at it just like this, but if I take this sheet of paper and I block out everything else except one of the color combinations, all of a sudden that actually looks quite attractive, doesn't it? Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you. I'm actually almost done, but I hope that you'll go back and you'll watch this video. So anyway, just something to think about. And if you ever come across a color that you're really attracted to, but you're not sure how you want to pair it up, watch my page. I'm thinking about putting out some color challenges to engage more people. So here's our new in colors. I did a little stamping just to show the colors. Now you've got a new little puppy, don't you? Oh, I'm trying to remember the name. I want to say Pepper, but I think I'm wrong. Poppy? Pepper? I can't remember. Anyway, this is the stamp set that I pulled that from. This is one of the host sets. Sit, stay, relax. Okay, everybody. Well, if you're just now joining me, Jolly. Jolly. That's right. Little Miss Jolly. She's a cutie. Yeah, I've been watching your postings of her ever since you guys picked her out. She's... Oh, be sure to go... Oh, thank you, Carol. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping, like for the demonstrators, I'm hoping that I helped you sort out what you might be interested in and what you wouldn't be interested in. And for anybody that's not a demonstrator, I hope I've, you can tell, especially when you dressed her up. I'm hoping that anybody that's not a demonstrator, oh, that's what I was going to tell everybody too. I don't think I've had anyone but demonstrators on here, but anybody that's not might go back and watch this video later. And that is, if you see anything and you are totally rocked and excited about something that I've shown tonight, there is only one way for a customer to get this prior to May 3rd, and that is to join Stampin' Up. You can buy this product as part of your joining special or joining package. $99 for $125 worth of product and free shipping. Need I say more? You instantly save 20%, and then once you've joined Stampin' Up, because trust me, your wish list is going to be more than that initial $125 worth of stuff, you continue to get $20 off. So, yeah, that's my little pitch. If you want it and you're not a demo already, that's how you do it. If you're a demo and you weren't sure if any of this was what you were interested in, hopefully I have just helped you sort that out. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate you all. Big, big hugs and have a wonderful weekend. Okay, bye-bye.